Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. All right, you guys, it's time for me to go outside. I've got to get my plants in the ground. I've got seeds in my basket, but I don't have plants in the ground. I've got starts outside that I've got to get in the ground. So I'm going to take you guys outside with me and dogs, and we're going to get some seeds, some starts in the ground. All right, so in this first bed right here, I've got some compost, and I'm just gonna dig around and make sure that I get all the compost whooshed in there. I put some supplements in there as well. So I wanna make sure that I'm gonna use a hula hoe. I really need to have this bed tilled, but I don't have a tiller right now. And I'm actually gonna try to add some soil in here as well to get this going ahead and taken care of. Alrighty, you guys, so this bed is extremely dry. It has not rained here, at least in our part of North Carolina, in several weeks. And we are hurting extremely for the rain. However, we're about to get some. With that being said, I'm trying to add in some supplements. So I did add in some bone meal, some blood meal, and I'm trying to add in some compost. But what I realized is that this bed is extremely dry, so we're getting ready to run the sprinklers and the soaker hoses, trying to get some moisture in this bed so it's not as dry, and it makes it easier for me to be able to move the soil around. The same can be said for this bed over here. We have a ton of ants, and so I've got to be able to get in here with the cinnamon, which is what helps. I've found to help with the ants, but I really need to actually till up all of these beds between plantings, and sometimes it can happen, other times it can't. What I really needed to do was have Mr. Jerome do a good till on the beds before I got ready to plant, but I didn't get that done. So I'm just picking any remaining green beans I see, and we've had this soil in our soil barrel, so I'm really just trying to maneuver the process to where I'm actually using some fresh soil on top of compacted soil, which I'm hoping next spring planting season, I'm going to get Mr. Jerome to come in and just do all of the tilling to the beds, except my garlic beds, because those will be the ones that'll still be planted in through June. So prayerfully, this will be good. I'm doing carrots, lettuce, all those things in these beds. So I'm going to put my seed. Before I plant out these seeds in this bed, I need to remove this cucumber. It has gotten sun-scald. There's still flowers, but my leaves are sun-scald, and these just don't look good. So I'm just going to pull them up. I'll give it another go in the spring. For some reason, I didn't do well with cucumbers this year, but I'll try it again in the spring. This was the easiest thing to pull out, partially because the soil is so dry. I do have beans in this bed as well, which are doing okay. It was just my cucumbers that were not doing well, so I went ahead and just pulled all of those cucumbers out. It was just necessary to get everything out of the beds, and yeah. What I am going to do once I get these out is I'm going to take some of those peas and plant them where these trellises are, just so it'll make it easier to grow up and not be on the ground, which I don't want to have any plants on the ground if I can help it. These trellises have done amazing as far as the beans. I love this. I will probably almost certainly do pole beans each time. Okay, the first thing I'm going to plant are some peas. I got sugar snap peas, and I want to plant them where the trellis is so that prayerfully it can go up the trellis. I planted it on a shorter trellis last year, and it did grow, but they kind of got stopped because it didn't have anywhere else for it to go. So I'm going to do this trellis. I'm going to double plant one side the other side, and one side the other side in the other bed. And then we're going to get some lettuce, carrots,
spinach, all those things planted out. Then I'm going to plant out my collards and my broccoli. Get those all out. And if I look in here, there's a ton of seeds in there from Vigo Gardens.
I was really amazed to see how many seeds that came in those Vigo garden packs, because sometimes you'll buy seeds and it's not a lot of seeds. And not being super sure on germination, I think it helps to have an abundance of seeds. And so what I noticed is that they really did have a good amount of seeds here. Actually noticed that this is another day we actually had to let the water run for several hours just to really get those beds soaked in. And then Jackson and I came out the next day to go ahead and get the seeds planted. Now, I do want to say this in all honesty. The kids don't enjoy the garden. They enjoy the bounty of the garden. They don't enjoy the work of the garden. But for me, I don't really have a concern about them enjoying the work. I want them to enjoy the bounty. But with that comes the work. And so I have them help me in the garden so that they can, for one thing, learn a valuable skill. The second thing is, if they're ever in a situation where they need to grow their own food, they'll know how to do it. Will they do this on their own? More than likely not, but that's okay. I'm all right with teaching lessons ahead of time. And so here I am again. I'm utilizing these trellises, putting in my peas. I'm not planting them extremely deep. I learned that from Jess over at Roots and Refuge. You just plant it just a little bit deeper than what the seed pod is so that they can grow up and grow out. Here we got some plant starts from Lowe's. They were starting to wilt because this heat has been crazy, but I'm getting them planted anyway.
All right, y'all, so I'm going to show you this. It might be a little bit hard to see. I'm going to lift this up just so you can kind of see. Hang on, let me take this off. Okay, so I do have germination. There's 2 in there. There's 1 right there. 1 right there. It looks like almost 100% germination. But I do have to take this outside. So I'm going to get Jackson to take this outside and put it into the greenhouse. So we do have germination in our Vigo Garden seed planting tray. Those seeds have only been in there for about 2 days. And so it's doing really well. But I am going to have him, I'm sorry, y'all, got something in my eye. I'm going to have him take it outside and put it in the greenhouse just so it can stay warm and get light, because it is still light out and it's nice weather. But anywho, we got carrots in, all the lettuces are in, peas are in. I got purple peas and regular sugar snap peas. We got broccoli in, cauliflower, collards. Those are in. We pulled out the cucumber that was just not doing well. I have to replant that and get it done in the spring. Didn't get 1 cucumber this season. Wow, that's crazy. But anywho, it's okay. I do need to get garlic, which I don't have. So I'm going to try to get some in October, because I can plant garlic in October because it's going to start getting cool. And I will have beds for that. I think I'm just going to do 1 big bed of garlic. I might do more than 1 because I really like garlic a lot. But anywho, there it is, you guys. If you're interested in the seed planting tray or any of the seeds, I have all that information linked down in the description box below. Check it there. We do appreciate you so much for stopping by. You liked the video. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Oh, make sure that you have notifications turned on. I was looking at my analytics. It says only 7% of my followers, of my subscribers, have notifications on. So turn your notifications on. That way you know when we're on. You can catch a video. Just let it play in the background. Do whatever you want to do. We do appreciate you so much, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.